Welcome to video 6.2, Solving Linear Systems by Substitution. Now, if you guys remember, the other day we did solve by graphing. This is a new method by substitution. And we are going to skip this warm-up. Okay, so some people find this hard at first. Don't be afraid. Any questions you have, we're going to clear up in class tomorrow. But this is a nice way to kind of get a head start. So substitution is you have to isolate one variable, x or y. Sometimes it's already isolated, but you have to have one variable isolated. And then what you're going to do is you're going to substitute one equation into the other. And then you're going to solve for the variable. And then we're going to use that value that we solved for in step 3 to plug it in and solve for the other one. And then you can always check your answer if you want to be sure that you're right. Okay, so here's the story. You want to get one variable alone. And when I mean alone, do you guys see how y is like already by itself on one side of the equal sign? Like if you drew the wall, y is already alone. Okay, so what they're saying is whenever you see y, you can replace it with x minus 4. They're the same thing. So like if you're playing a baseball game and y gets tired, then you can take y out and put x minus 4 in its place. Okay, they play the same position. Okay, so once you have a variable alone, you're going to jump to the other equation and you're going to rewrite it, but wherever you see that variable, you're going to sub it out and put in its replacement. Okay, so remember we said y is equal to x minus 4. So we're going to rewrite this, but wherever we see the letter y, we're going to put a parenthesis and we're going to sub in its replacement, y is equal to x minus 4. And then I'm just going to continue writing the equation. Okay, so let's pause there. That's the confusing part. So you find a variable, find its substitution, and then into the other equation, when you see that variable, you replace it with its substitution. Okay, and then we're going to solve. Notice that we only have x's in our new equation, so we're going to solve for x. Okay, so when you're solving, you would distribute, but there's nothing here. So we can kind of pretend the parentheses aren't there because there's nothing to distribute. And then we can jump straight into adding like terms. 4x plus 1x is 5x. And then we're going to add the 4 over. Well, here, let me rewrite it. Okay, so I'm just going to rewrite it. And then draw the wall. And if you want to find x, you're going to add 4, and we get 5x equals 5. And then we're going to divide by 5, and that's easy, x equals 1. Okay, so now that we found x is 1, now we have to plug x back in as 1 and try to find y. And you can plug it into either one of these. It doesn't matter. I like to plug it into the original. Okay, so into this equation, I'm going to plug in x equals 1. Okay, so in order to find y was just x minus 4. So if x is 1, we're just going to plug it in. What's 1 minus 4? And that's negative 3. And then, as always, for a system, we want to write our answer as an ordered pair. Final answer, x comma y, is 1 comma negative 3. And if you want to check your answer, you can plug them in, and it should work out for both. Okay, so that's called substitution. All right, let's try one more. Oh, over here. All right, let's do number 2. So first thing you have to do is get a variable alone. Do you guys already see one? There's already one that's alone. It's got to be alone and positive. And I hope you guys said it was the x this time. Right? Isn't x already alone? And this is its substitution. This is its replacement. They play the same position. So in the other equation, if x gets tired, you can sub in its replacement. Okay, so we're going to do that now. We're going to rewrite the other equation. We're just going to rewrite it, but then in for x, we're going to sub in this. Okay, so it's y minus 2 times x equals negative 3. But what are we say that x can sub? What's x replacement? X is the same position as negative 3y plus 5. Okay, so you find a variable that's alone, and then into the other equation, you replace it with its sub. Okay, so now the easy part is we just have to solve. So in this one, we have to distribute a negative 2. Okay, we end up with y plus 6y minus 10 equals negative 3. Don't forget to distribute the negative 2. And then if you guys notice, the variables are all y's. So this time we're going to solve for y first. So we're going to add like terms. 1y plus 6y is 7y minus 10 equals negative 3. And then we're going to draw the wall and solve for y. So add 10, and you guys know how to do that. These cancel. You get 7y equals 7. Divide by 7, divide by 7. It looks like y is 1. Okay, so we found y. Now we have to find x. So you're going to take y and you're going to plug it in. Either equation's fine. This time I'm going to plug it into the second one. I think it's a little bit easier. So I'm going to plug in y equals 1. All right, let's try to find x. So x is going to be negative 3 times y, but y is 1, plus 5. Okay, so what is that? Negative 3 plus 5, that's just 2. So x is 2, y is 1. Write your answer as an ordered pair, x comma y. It's 2 comma 1. All right, that's called solving by substitution. Tomorrow in class, we are going to do solving by substitution when you have to get a variable alone first. If you guys want to try it tonight, go for it. But I was thinking we would do number 3 in class tomorrow because this video's already getting a little long. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.